Welcome everyone to my channel. Just wanted to introduce my golden retriever. This is Belle. She is pregnant with her first litter. This is our first time. We didn't have everything set up, so we didn't get the footage of the first one, but the first one was they call her little Pinky. Like I said, this is our first time, so we have no idea what we're doing. We're just kind of going through the motions. Belle's super nervous, uncomfortable. The bed is super small. She didn't know what to think. Here comes, you can see her contractions are coming again. So I try to stay out of the way, just kind of let her do her thing until she looks like she needs my help. So as again, Belle's super nervous, so she's standing up again, not really knowing what to do and what's going on. Eventually her mother instincts takes over, but a lot of it I think has to do with that little small bed that we had in there. And as you can tell later, we'll get that solved. So this is Purple. She's a little girl. I'm putting the times down so you kind of know this is a long labor. I didn't realize it was going to be this long. So like I said, it's my first time. There I am. I have this called a bulb. It sucks out all the fluids out of her lungs. My son was helping me on the outside, and I told him to go get the bulb so I can get the fluid out, and he's running around getting me a light bulb. So just FYI, if people didn't know what that's called. And as you can tell, Belle is trying to kind of nip away at the umbilical cord. That is a important part of the process. If she can't gnaw that off with her back teeth and kind of sever that line, then you have to basically tie a piece of floss around it so she don't bleed out. Luckily we didn't have to do that. She was able to take care of that issue for us. But yeah, you basically just get some floss, tie it, and then cut the end, and just so it don't bleed out. She did a really good job of that. She didn't want to let the bed go. She's funny. But once she realized we were getting her main bed, this is the one that she sleeps on every night. And actually, I didn't think that would fit in there, but it did. So she was happy to see that. We're not crushing the other babies. The babies off to the side. You just can't see them. As she gets comfortable, she finally lays down and can relax a little bit. There I am sending pictures to my wife. She's at work, so she wasn't able to enjoy this experience, but I kept sending her as much footage as I could. Here comes number 3. All the boys in this labor and delivery were very difficult. Seemed like they struggled the most. The girls came out fine. As you can tell, I'm kind of rubbing this one, stimulating it. And it is breathing. That's good. You can see it crying out. But I could tell it was struggling a lot harder than the other two that came out. And it kind of scared me when I read all the stuff that said when the mother doesn't pay the attention to the puppy, it might be a sign that something's wrong with it. So that kind of worried me. But as you can tell there, Belle finally gets on her mother duties, and it helped stimulate the puppy, so that was a good thing. Just making sure that the puppy's still breathing. You can see there her tongue stuck up, or his tongue stuck out. And as you can tell, when Belle popped up, my daughter came in off the school bus. So here I am holding the little puppy, trying to save his life. And she walks in and sees these puppies. It was a really fun experience for her. She was super excited. And you'll see her later. She jumps into action right away. Basically, I'm just telling my kids they're weighing them and getting their collars ready so we can label them and know as far as the colors go which came out first, and just keep tracking of them. So they did a good job on the outside. That was number 4 that popped out. That was dark pink. She was the smallest one. As you can tell, she's super small. I wouldn't say half the size, but she was at least 5 ounces lighter than the rest of them. As you can tell, Belle is getting extremely comfortable now. She kind of understands the process. So 4 came out. So the next few, she just kind of lays there. This is number 5. Look at it right there, 1 hour and 41 minutes. It's a long time. There's my little baby girl helping out, loving every minute. Don't be alarmed when they come out and they're just kind of laying there. They're still learning how to breathe. Just let them kind of basically catch their breath. I had to kind of show Belle how to get situated, and she didn't want to lay down all the way, so just kind of helping her out there, and finally they get to relax with all the puppies. I believe there's 5 there. So number 6 came. I think I was getting the ice cream and didn't have footage going, so she came out. She's right there on the towel. An hour and 58 minutes, and they say vanilla ice cream is really good for contractions and during labor, so that's why we did this, just to kind of help her get through it. I'm sure she's hurting and wanted to do all we could to help her through this process. So number 7 came, light blue, 2 hours and 50 minutes. I believe this one had a I don't know if her body was just, she didn't push all the way. It almost kind of got stuck, and I kind of had to help her get it out. That was one of the ones. Most of them just kind of came out. That one was the one that I had to actually help, and I believe that one was number 7. A girl, and like I said, the girls were easy. They come out breathing, moving. No issues with the ladies. You can tell Belle is extremely exhausted. She just wants to just crash. But and you could definitely tell her contractions. You see her stomach raise up. She's pushing now. It's very obvious. She's starting to get antsy. Her legs shaking. She kind of wants to get up in a way, but I think she's just trying. Oh, that's why. She's actually popped out. If you notice the top right there. And my daughter is right on cue to help move, because if not, Belle turn around and step on them. She's just trying to get to the newborn. That's all. Mother instincts. And I just kind of help her, with tearing open the sack. You don't have to. Normally they do, but if it seems like she was taking kind of a little longer than normal, I would help her break it open. And I noticed this one came out a different color than the rest of them. This one was a little lighter, which scared me. And as you can tell, it's not moving. And there, I actually called a vet tech on that one. He said that you basically need to get all the fluid out of their lungs. If you can't get it out with the bulb, you need to sling it out and just try whatever you can to get all that fluid out of their lungs. And so this one is green, and it had the most difficult time staying alive, but it was breathing, and just very, very, very short breaths. And I was trying to get Belle there to stimulate her puppy, and she just wasn't really having much to do with it, which scared me there because they say if they don't pay them any attention, there's probably something wrong with it. Just trying to stimulate it, rubbing, just trying to do it all I can to try to get it to breathe. I believe there I actually did mouth to nose. I just in panic mode right now. My daughter's watching, my son's watching. There you can see him breathe there. You saw his stomach raise up and down. So there I'm trying to get. Every time I did the sling method there, you could see fluid coming out of the nose, out of the mouth, and you just have to make sure you have the head properly in position, and so you don't want to break their neck. So you keep their neck stiff with your hand. But I didn't have a close up, but every time I did that, you could just see the fluid coming out of the nose and the mouth area. So there was a lot in him, but he finally was to the point where I thought he could feed. So I get him on there, and really couldn't get comfortable because she was going into labor again. She's so good. She's so exhausted. She was probably thinking, good grief, how many do I have in here? So sometimes you don't have to move the puppies away. They might just lay there and give. But my dog wanted to always try to get up and clean up her area, or get the dog whenever she gave birth. So I moved the puppies out of the way. And this is number 9, last one. Almost a 4-hour delivery. This is Yellow, and as you can tell, you can see her moving and squealing, and you can't hear her crying, but you can definitely tell the difference when one comes out alert compared to one that's struggling. And actually, those were the 2 boys that were going over there trying to feed. So, and those were the 2 that I had a hard time earlier, and then now they're the most active. Once she gets comfortable, they'll all feed. There you go, 3 hours and 57 minutes. She did a great job. I had great helpers. Feeding or sleeping. This was a really good experience for me and my family, and hopefully we can find good homes for all these pups. Thanks for watching.